What's up, everybody? It's Tony Mosey, the rhyming book reviewer, and today I want to talk about the VRIN score. The mighty VRIN score, also known as VRIN. Now, after listening a little bit from Tai Lopez and reading more in depth from Harvard Business Review, which was where it originated, I thought about this VRIN score and how much it has an effect on what we choose to go for as an occupation or wealth accumulation in this nation. But anyways, so the VRIN score determines your net worth, how much you earn, your earning potential. And the VRIN score, which is 4-letter acronym, stands for value, rarity, inimitability, and non-substitutability. Each letter goes from a scale of 0 to 10, 10 meaning the highest, which also equates to the highest net worth. So out of 4 letters, out of 40 is the highest number you can get. Now, when I was thinking of the VRIN score, it made so much sense why certain professions or certain endeavors were making more money than others. And I had friends and peers who would always complain like, this is no fair. Why is the government doing this to us? Why are we not getting paid the way we should be? Because when you start looking in depth and you start looking more into this whole concept of the VRIN score, it makes so much sense. But let me break it down to you. What does value, rarity, inimitability, and non-substitutability mean in regards to your profession, in regards to your occupation? So number 1, value. How much value is it giving to someone? What is your job doing to provide value to someone else? Rarity. How many times do you see these people being able to do this type of work, this type of occupation? How many people? Inimitability, which means, can it be copied? And how many times can it be copied? In what kind of way? How many iterations? And non-substitutability, N, stands for, can it be substituted for something else? So the distinction I make between the two are the McDonald's worker, either the cashier or the hamburger handler or the hamburger preparer, and then the CEO of a Fortune 500 corporation. So when you look at it, you got VRIN, V. When you think of a hamburger or a hamburger preparer or a cashier, value. How much value is it that they're giving to others? You may say 10, that's very subjective. But when you think of the CEO of Facebook, the CEO of PayPal, Tesla, you think of all these Richard Branson, these people are creating things that are bringing value to millions, if not billions of people. Now, as a cashier, you're only able to grab so many people. As a single cashier versus a single CEO, the amount of value that one provides is greater than the other. So that's value. And out of a 10 would be given to that CEO who's impacting millions, if not billions. 2, R, rarity. How rare is it that you would see a hamburger preparer or a cashier at wherever you go, whether that's a McDonald's or Burger King? That profession can be transferable. And you can use that and go towards any other profession, being a hamburger preparer at McDonald's. So how rare is it that you would see somebody to get a hamburger preparing position or a cashier position versus Richard Branson or Warren Buffett? How many people can you find who would be able to have the same skills as a Warren Buffett or a Richard Branson? That's rarity. How often? Inimitability. How copyable is this job as a food preparer, as putting together a hamburger? McDonald's has made it so easy now that you basically no longer have to have words. You have pictures of how to put things on a burger. Also cashier. Yes, it requires a little higher cognition. You have to know how to put things together, but they've also made that very efficient and convenient and accessible. But thinking of Richard Branson or Warren Buffett, as I use the examples, we could use many more people who are impacting billions. Or even think of Gandhi, who may not have had a corporation, but he impacted many people. And so, inimitability, how copyable is this skill set of this individual? And N, non-substitutability. Okay, when you think about McDonald's and being a cashier, look what they're replacing these cashiers with. They're starting already. Kiosks. You go into McDonald's and now you can choose the option of meeting a face-to-face human being or a machine. And that is now being, and you can see that on any other level. So I'm thinking about the VRIN score and how it impacts the professions that I was in, and also my peers who went to school for history, psychology, counseling, communications, and they're getting in these professions and wondering, why am I only getting paid $30,000? Why am I only getting paid $20 or $40, maybe even $50,000? But then this other person who is getting into tech, doing some other sophisticated stuff, engineering, software development, or even CEOing a company, a big company, why they're getting paid $100,000, $250,000, maybe $500,000 to $1 million, is because they have these skill sets that is hard to copy, hard to substitute, and once again, it's bringing value to a mass load, not individuals. Yes, because you could subjectively, you could debate that with that, you can you could say, oh well, it's bringing value, but it's not on a massive level. And I'm talking about millions, if not billions of people. So I will get more into this in the next videos, as I'm going to make it a thing about the VRIN score and how it's affected my life, especially being in the psychology world of counseling and therapy, and then also as a hip-hop, as a rapper, seeing that all of my rapper peers were complaining, as well as my counselor and therapist peers were complaining that they were not getting the sufficient amount of money that they thought they deserved. But once you look at the VRIN score, VRIN, you start seeing the realities of things. This talk was brought to you by Blue Ocean Strategy. Read the lines so you can feed your mind.
Hey, looks the
subscribe.
You with your book summaries using hooks and humor in your head like a putrid tumor. From coolest rumors, I'm proving the coolest human who's spewing so fluent on fluid music, whose movement congruent with smooth maneuvers. By the way, I'm just super duper. You stupid losers, get a book and feed your mind. Take heed what you read, you receive in time.